people, man. You know what I'm talking about, man. It's your partner, man. Who? It's your partner, man. Who? You know what I'm talking about? It's your partner, man. Who? You know what I'm talking about? What's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing on this manufactured mess Monday? You say manufactured mess Monday. Oh yeah, I got a good one for you, man. You know what I'm talking about? It's a real what you call that? It's a real what you call them? Barn burner, man. But yeah, man, what's good with the people, man? You know what I'm talking about? What's good people like hee ha ha, Ken in the pen, all my folks incarcerated, bro. All my folks in the incarcerated, all my folks who ain't incarcerated, man. You know what I'm talking about? Keep that head up, keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. You know what I'm talking about? They say, what's that, bro? Swing that finger, young man. You know what I'm talking about? Worldwide INC, Worldwide Incorporated. Worldwide. They gonna say what that mean, bro. I'm say, hey, you know what I'm talking about? Me and everybody, come on, bring it in. You say what, bro? Say, come on, bring it in, man. Everybody included, bro. And Dugu, Cutthroat, Mike, Lil Rue, not Lil Rue, Lil Rue, man. You know what I'm talking about? All my folks in Tata, the player comes next. Man, don't forget Tata, man. Get well soon, bro. All my folks incarcerated, all my folks who ain't, man. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on top of that thing. Keep that head up, man. Keep pushing. We gonna get through it. To get to it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get through them disclaimers. A good brother like myself, I don't promote no drug users. Good brother like myself, I don't promote no drug sellage. Good brother like myself, I don't promote no alcohol consumption. Don't you take a sip of the sippers. Don't do it. You know what I'm talking about? Good brother like myself, I don't promote nothing, man. All I promote is y'all go ahead and do what you're going to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you find the right thing to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen, because we just don't know how much of it we got, man. But a good brother like myself, man, I ain't prejudiced, no, man. Good brother like myself, man, I ain't got nothing against the sexually different, man, no, man. Good brother like myself, man, I ain't got nothing against the little people. No, man, me, man, I ain't got nothing against nobody. They was talking to me, I just love me some everybody, man. You know what I'm talking about? As a matter of fact, I'm on a quest, you know what I'm talking about? Bring that peace, you know what I'm talking about? That joy, you know what I'm talking about? And that love, what'd you say, bro? That love, man. Back to YouTube community, man. You with me? Hey, check it out. Come fuck with a nigga one time, man. What's good with the people, man? Man, bruh got a morning this morning, man. But you know what I mean? I woke up, I can't complain, man. Man, I got hella shit to do. The first thing I'm finna do is walk on down here to this place, man, and show them the pictures of what I got for them to work with, man. And just hopefully, man, you know what I'm talking about, I get some good news from there. Then I'm gonna have to find out how I'm gonna get this motherfucker to the motherfucking shop. You know what I'm talking about? But fucking with Brian, I ain't fucking with him this morning, man. I'm gonna ride that motherfucker up there on hard rim. You know what I'm talking about? If they got a rim for me, I'm driving that motherfucker up there on hard rim. You know what I'm talking about? Cause I ain't even in the mood for to even let me see Jack walk back down there with the Jack, take the motherfucker off, walk it back up there. I ain't in the mood for all that shit, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Not I. You know what I'm talking about? No. Shout out to everybody who don't like fishing but still hooked on dope. You know what I'm talking about? The one that got away. Oh, shit. I see you, man. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck it, man. You know what I'm talking about? They say, bro, what you talking about today? Manufacturer, man. Now, the manufacturer match, bro, this shit go all around the board because it happens a million different ways. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just going to talk about a couple, though. You know what I'm talking about? I was just talking to the folks in Virginia. You know what I'm talking about? And he said, go on, touch on it for him. You know what I'm talking about? So, here I am in my question, trying to keep it solid with the folks, man. But one of the first manufacturer messages is, I always spoke on shit like this my whole 3 years up here, bro. But like I always give you the, scenario of I don't know, somebody asked you to go to church with them, you know what I'm talking about? Then a carnival popped up, and instead of you just telling them people, man, you just, man, I ain't going to that shit, I'm finna go do something else. Instead of you doing that shit right there, bruh, you would sit around feeling guilty and shit because you, now that carnival popped up, you know you're not finna go to this revival or whatever the fuck this church doing, you know what I'm talking about? But instead of you just saying that, man, you not gonna be able to go, just like a real person, you will sit there and you will fuck with that person. Because you got all that guilt up inside you, knowing you don't want to go to that thing, so you'll start feeling guilty, but then you'll start fucking with that person, finding something they do. So then you'll be sitting there and they'll say, man, I don't like that. And you will manufacture some mess with them. Do you get what I'm saying? Oh, you know what? Forget it then, man. I ain't even going with you to that. But you'll do all that shit just to make it seem like it was their fault or some old bullshit, you know what I'm talking about? But you would just sit there and pick with them. Basically, to find them doing something wrong, you just manufacture the reason to be mad to get out of some shit, you know what I'm talking about? And we just do that type of shit way too motherfucking much. Do you get what I'm saying? Instead of just being real people and telling motherfuckers what it is, because us as people, you know what I'm talking about? We don't us as people on some real shit, not everybody, but like we talk a lot of shit, but it's almost like we be you know, like motherfuckers be talking shit about the job, but then go to the job and don't have nothing to say and all that shit right there. We do that shit too much. You know what I'm talking about? It's like we be, I don't want to say you take anger route, but like, because it ain't really like you taking anger route, but you know how you'll come vent to your partner or something? Like, man, I can't stand work. These motherfuckers, you got all that shit to say to them, but you ain't got that shit to say to the people. For some reason, we don't never tell the people that we need to tell this shit to. We don't never tell them, you know what I'm talking about? It was some real shit. And that ain't no good way to be in life, bro. I ain't gonna say you always supposed to get something off your chest, because this is just sometimes that just saying nothing is better. You get what I'm saying? But also, it's not good to feel some kind of way and another motherfucker not knowing how you feel, bro. That's not good. So you at the workplace and they getting on your nerves. It's not good that they don't know that they getting on your nerves, bro. You gotta go tell people, hey, bro, you can cut that shit out. You have to go explain and like you ain't gotta go over there all rude and shit, but it's best for you not to develop a feeling about somebody and they don't know you got them feelings about them. You get what I'm saying? Get that shit off your chest, bro. That shit'll eat you up. That's how most motherfuckers sit around here and build that secret envy and jealous and all that shit, man. I ain't bullshitting with you. Manufacture mess Monday. But this the more of this one really gonna be about the my jail folks, man. I was just talking to my nigga from he ain't from Virginia. He actually from Sac. But they my nigga be you know what I'm talking about? The nigga be causing so much shit, bro. They sent that nigga way to Virginia, so he won't have no influence. But just where he was at, they said he had too much influence. They sent that nigga to a different state. But he was asking me something, and this is just to anybody that might be going through one of them old jail love affairs. Now, I can't tell you what to do, bro. First of all, let's start that right there. Only you know y'all situation. You know what I'm talking about? I only could tell you what Baby Cuz did in the way Baby Cuz see this shit. You know what I'm talking about? So I ain't even really, man, y'all do what's best for y'all. You know what I'm talking about? But make sure you do what's best for you. Because a lot of things, this is the most fucked up thing about being in jail, like having a relationship or some shit like that. It's cool if everybody just play their part. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about when you got one of those relationships where you always back and forth with it with your people and shit. One of the worst things about that is, first of all, if you even got one of them motherfuckers that be arguing with you in jail, bro, that's damn near that's the first sign of a motherfucker need to even hit the ejection button for Baby Cuz. Might not be for you, you know what I'm talking about? Because the worst thing that you get put in, like you will be in jail, and they'll put a motherfucking, the free people will put a motherfucking, they'll change the narration of the shit, you know what I'm talking about? Like people do. You in trouble, but somehow they'll try to use leverage against the motherfucker that's in trouble. And they don't even understand the psychological of that. That's like you holding leverage against somebody in the hospital. But this is what people do. Because they see that as they chance to, I don't know, I guess you need them. And if you don't act right or do what they want you to do, you know what I'm talking about? Even though you the one that might be up in here fighting a gang of time and shit. And if you don't act right to the people on the street, they hold shit over your head. And that's the worst situation to be in if you got a lot of time. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. That's the worst situation to be in if you got to do a month, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Because you're not going to be able to do your time peaceful. You feel what I'm saying? You're going to be worried about some shit that don't even got nothing to do with you getting back. And that's where that shit get dangerous at if you in jail. Manufactured mess Monday. Because I've been through that shit my whole life. And you just got to understand if you in jail, bruh, You want the motherfuckers like, man, things, bro, people, you get irritating. If you in jail, you get irritating to people when they find other shit to do. So you gotta understand that. You know what I'm talking about? You have to understand that. Nigga, in the world, not just in jail, bro. You know what I'm talking about? When people have other shit to do, you'll start getting irritating to them. You see, when a motherfucker didn't have nothing to do, and they can always be at home around that 8 o'clock call, it was cool. But then when a motherfucker found something to do, and they wasn't home around that 8 o'clock call no more, you know what I'm talking about? And now you asking like, damn, where you been? Now all of a sudden you asking too many questions and you getting, they gonna change it around on you, you know what I'm talking about? Because they can't say where they been during that 8 o'clock call, bro. So it's all gonna get switched around on you. Somehow you gonna be bitching too much, you gonna be bigger and all that shit, bro. And if you fighting time, bro, that's the shit you don't need. If you got a lot of time, that's the shit you don't need, bro. You get what I'm saying? Hopefully you got somebody that just respect game and understand that you the one that's under duress. You get what I'm saying? Because if you don't, you gonna end up playing them games if your people like that. I ain't bullshitting with you. There's always gonna be some kind of threat. I'll put a block on the phone. There's always gonna be some kind of bullshit. You get what I'm saying? That you're gonna have to deal with, even though you got to deal with all this time and just all the shit that you got to deal with in jail, bro. You know what I'm talking about? So you don't really want to put yourself through that. You don't. That's why it's always best if you ever had a chance while you was locked up to find something going on that's lucrative for you. That's why it's always good to have some kind of hustle in jail, because you can really make more money in jail damn near than you can make in the streets. It's because the shit, the prices you can sell it for, that should be quadruple since it's a high commodity. You know what I'm talking about? You sell shit that ain't even worth $3, nigga. You can sell some weed, nigga, a cap, man. You could just make your own prices on shit. I don't promote no drug users. I don't promote no drug sellers. Entertainment purposes only. But on some real shit, if you can. But if not, you gotta put yourself at a dilemma like that, man. You gotta ask what's more important to you. You get what I'm saying? Because when you just think about it, when you in jail, bro, you gotta ask yourself, what benefit does this motherfucker really have? And if it's only a couple of dollars a visit or something, bro, like, you gotta ask yourself, what's the use of, you just gotta ask yourself what's more important to you. Your peace or them few dollars in that visit where you gonna be arguing back and forth. I've seen motherfuckers go so far as to catch another case in that visiting room, arguing with that bitch. You know what I'm talking about? On some real shit. So, I don't really have no advice for nobody, you know what I'm talking about? I just ask you because only you know your situation. Only you know what you can take. You know what I'm talking about? So I ain't the one to be giving a motherfucker advice about like, oh, women and shit like that or what you should do in this situation. I just, tell you, nigga, you gotta find out what's more important to you. Manufacture Match Monday. Cause that's what's gonna come. You know what I'm talking about? And that's how we even got to this video. Cause that's what's gonna come right there. Cause you got a motherfucker that's on the street right now. Because shit go in waves sometimes, depending on your people. If you in jail, you know what I'm talking about? Should it be cool for a few months or something? But once again, when people find something to do, you become irritating. You get what I'm saying? Especially if you one of them motherfuckers that stay on the phone. You know what I'm talking about? Especially if you one of them motherfuckers that stay on the phone. You see, now they got cell phones, boy. So they used to have house phones. So you could just throw some cap. You know what I'm talking about? I went to the store. Oh, I was out, you know what I'm talking about. But now motherfucker got a cell phone. You ain't really got no excuse. Especially motherfuckers, you know a motherfucker got his phone. You know what I'm talking about? Motherfuckers, a motherfucker will lose their purse or their wallet holding on their phone. I'm telling you. You gonna stay one with that phone. You get what I'm saying? So now, you ain't even really got no excuse not to not answer your phone. You get what I'm saying? But you'll start running across that shit like that right there, man. And that's where my man at right now. To where when a motherfucker doing something, bro, they'll come up with any motherfucking excuse in the world when you in jail, bro. A motherfucker will bring up some shit that y'all done already got over, nigga, 3 years ago. He asked me that there. I didn't know you and that bitch went to the movies. It's just some old dumb shit, bruh. But it's the throw off. You get what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden, now I guess they heard about that shit and they need some time because you know what I'm talking about and all that shit right there, bruh. That's the shit right there you can't be engulfing yourself with, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you can't be engulfing yourself with shit like that. Manufactured mess. Monday. You know what I'm talking about? So if you in jail, Brand, you going through some shit like that, and out the blue, a bitch just come up, start talking about another bitch, and you know what I'm talking about? Cause bitches do, man. I'm telling you, bitches is just bitches. They'll do some weird shit when you're in that place right there, man. I'm telling you, when they catch away, the mice will play, and they just depending on your person. I ain't talking about all bitches. Just depending on what kind of person you got. But the people that play them games right there, bruh, it's always gonna be a consistent game on you. If you in jail, facing a lot of time, or having to do a lot of time, bruh. And that shit gonna wear down on you more than the time, folks. Cause them niggas ain't gonna keep it real with you, bruh. A lot of motherfuckers that time don't be having them stressed out. It be that bitch that they gotta do that time with. It don't even be the time, bruh. A lot of times niggas don't even be tripping off the time, bruh. Right now, a motherfucker can do about 9 life sentences, bruh, if that bitch will act right. Nigga be just as comfortable, he ain't tripping. I'm telling you what I know, folks. Had them same 9 life sentences, and that bitch ain't acting right, bruh. The motherfucker don't even be tripping on the 9 life sentences, bruh. It be that bitch. I ain't bullshitting with you. Especially because not most motherfuckers, but a lot of motherfuckers who done went to jail, bro, they was working from and I'm not talking about no money or nothing like that, nigga. I'm just talking about who they was, bro. They be working from a position of a lot of well respected and a lot of shit like that, bro. So when they was on the streets, a lot of motherfuckers was you know what I'm talking about? They was basically having their way. Everybody, you know what I'm talking about? Then when you go to jail, bro, you don't have that position of respect and power no more. Everybody be, you know what I'm talking about? This they chance. Manufactured mess Monday, bro. I ain't bullshitting with you. And I'm just gonna tell everybody out there, man, that's cause I don't want to tell you the wrong thing, bro. You know what I'm talking about? So don't let bro get to put no thought in your head either, folks. Only you know your situation, man. I just tell anybody out there that's doing some motherfucking time, folks, that nigga, you know. I don't know, bro. You know what's more important, nigga? Your time. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta put yourself in a motherfucking mental space, nigga, to where you gonna have to understand what's more important to you. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. When I was in jail, bro, some of the best time I ever did, like, is when I was a kid. I ain't gonna say best time, cause you can't never have no best time. But like, this off subject a little bit, but whatever you did, you done, bro. So you can't be embarrassed of that shit either. You can't be embarrassed if you went to jail hella times, nigga. That was all part of your time on earth, nigga. All this shit been a part of your journey. So you can't be one of them motherfuckers, bro, that might have had a past life, not even going to jail, bro. You might have been hoeing off some dope or something. You can't be embarrassed of that part of your life. I mean, you can, but like you shouldn't be. All this shit came with it, nigga. Just be grateful and appreciate where you at now. If you didn't surpass that shit and got that shit out the way. You know what I'm talking about? But when I was a kid, nigga, doing time, then like, I wasn't going to jail with no bitch and shit. That's a lot of times nigga went to jail broke too though. You know what I'm talking about? That be the that be the switch out. Hey, you could be free as a motherfucker up in there, broke as a motherfucker, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Or you could have an argument, nigga, and be going to Stone visit and shit, bro. That's the switch out for that shit. You know what I'm talking about? Or develop you a hustle or something. But your brain be free, folks. Because you can't do your time worried about the streets. Boy. The streets, worrying and thinking about the streets, nigga. If you got some time, nigga, that shit make your time slow as a motherfucker, bruh. Slow as a motherfucker, bruh. I ain't bullshitting with you. Now, also, say you handling some business. That shit'll speed your time up. So the streets could be a detriment to you. If things going right for you on the streets, bro, that shit'll speed your time up also. You get what I'm saying? But if you one of the motherfuckers that's worried about the streets because the shit ain't going right, bro, that shit slows your time down, folks. That shit make it's the equivalent of you doing one day is 5 days, nigga. It's the equivalent of that. It seemed like it take 5 days for one day to get over with. I ain't bullshitting with you. Worrying about the streets, bro. Every nigga you done never seen worried about the streets or worried about that bitch. You ain't gotta take baby cuz word for it. Ask anybody nigga in any different state. Any nigga that was worried about that bitch and worried about shit going on the streets, I guarantee you them niggas had to fight over that phone. I guarantee you them niggas had to fight over that phone. You know what I'm talking about? That shit'll do a number on you, bro. I ain't bullshitting with you. Yeah, that shit'll do a number on you. You know what I'm talking about? That shit'll it'll play a trick on your mind, bro. It's almost like you'll forget that you in jail facing hella time, doing hella time. You know what I'm talking about? It's like you'll forget about that shit and you'll tell yourself some shit like, nigga, if I was on the streets or when I get out, and you don't even realize, bro, you doing hella time or you facing hella time. But you'll tell yourself because somebody that made you mad on this phone, oh, nigga, when I get out, and that's the part you ain't even tripping off of. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about when you get out, that's the part you need to be tripping on. You know what I'm talking about? Making sure you can get out. Because you'll start playing fairy tales with yourself, and they'll get real disrespectful, bruh. I ain't bullshitting with you. A lot of times, some motherfuckers just be waiting for you to get in trouble and go to jail or something. You know what I'm talking about? Because once again, remember how I was telling you how the person didn't like to tell the person that they didn't want to go to that revival? Sometimes motherfuckers just be there, bruh, but they don't be brave enough to want to hit the ejection button. But they been planning they first, you know what I'm talking about? I ain't bullshitting with you, nigga. You go and it's over with. So I'm just going to tell you, you should worry more about what you got going on to get your freedom back than you should about people that's already free. That would be my advice. You know what I'm talking about? Especially if a motherfucker like, cause there's nothing you can do. As mad as you get, as irritating as that shit is, you talking to somebody on the phone, bro, that shit just like this internet computer shit. There's nothing you can do if you on a fucking live, one of them motherfuckers, a live stream or something, somebody jump up there and start arguing. There's nothing you can do about that shit, bro. It's kind of like that in the, over the phone. Whatever them people tell you or whatever, there's nothing you can do about that shit right there. So you don't want to get in a habit of putting a bunch of shit on yourself that you can't do nothing about. We be doing that in life too. I ain't bullshitting with you. So this ain't just for my niggas in jail. Y'all can take this as put it on however you want to put it on. You know what I'm talking about? You can put this motherfucker on with whatever you want to put it on with. You know what I'm talking about? Nephew says old man, it was lady. Nephew says old man, it was lady. Who would you say old lady? Yeah, I ain't bullshitting with you. But yeah, I be hating even, I be hating when that one even come about. I ain't bullshitting with you. You know what I'm talking about? Because I understood, like, I've been in jail before, you know what I'm talking about, doing hella time, and I understand, I know how that shit feel personally, you know what I'm talking about? And that's the last thing a nigga be wanting when you doing time, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? You be wanting your that's the shit to give you hope. You know what I'm talking about? So it'll be like that shit, I'm telling you, bruh, you might not believe me, folks, but a nigga in jail, bruh, you can take getting your time, like if they finna give you time, hella time, bam, they just gave you 20 years. You can take that better than that Dear John letter. I done seen it a million times, bruh. I ain't bullshitting with you. A nigga could take 20 years better. You just been sentenced to 20 years. You could take that better than a Dear John letter, bruh. You get the Dear John letter, you react to that shit like they just hit you with the 20. I ain't bullshitting with you. Especially if they only hit you with the 20. Like you ain't got no L behind that shit or nothing. You done already like, nigga, you already doing your, you know what I'm talking about, nigga, I'm finna get a job, nigga, I'm finna walk this shit down, I'm finna go to school, nigga, I'm, off that 20, nigga, I'm gonna do about 16 and a half, you know what I'm talking about, you already, adding stack time shit up, you know what I'm talking about, man, let that motherfucking bitch talking about it's over with, bruh, cause you can't add that up. God damn, blood. They say, why you fuck with it like that? Because if I know ain't nobody else is, bro. I ain't bullshit with you. You can't start multiplying and subtracting that, bro. You know what I'm talking about? You be like, damn, what happened? Who the bitch fucking with, man? You know what I'm talking about? I'm telling you, niggas take that harder than getting hit with that 20, bro. Ain't nobody else gonna tell you that, but I promise you, folks. I promise you, nigga. It's just a different feeling. You know what I'm talking about? Cause it's like, I don't know, you just empty, nigga. You just up in there by yourself, nigga. That shit be feeling like one of them horror movies. Nigga get up in the penitentiary or some shit. That shit ain't funny, blood. That shit get to feeling like a horror movie, nigga. You all talk about, nigga, you inside one of these motherfucking sitcoms that just don't never end, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't nothing cool about that shit, bruh. I ain't bullshitting. And that's just the reason you don't never want to put yourself in a position to even have that motherfucking problem. You don't. Because if you ever give yourself that problem right there, you gonna realize motherfuckers really don't give a fuck about you, bruh. I ain't bullshitting with you. Bruh. Depending on how cool you is with your family, you might have some love, nigga. But other than that, bruh, and I don't know, because you might have relationships with certain motherfuckers and shit, bruh. You might have some partners. You know what I'm talking about? You might have a team behind you. And if you do, that's cool. You get what I'm saying? But if you don't, like, you just put yourself in that nigga, man, you gonna see you gonna see how hard life would get, nigga, on earth. I ain't bullshit with you, nigga. You gonna see how hard life would get on earth, nigga. Don't be one of them niggas that just can't take shit either. Where you gotta tell a nigga about himself. Oh, don't be one of them niggas. And damn sure don't be one of them niggas right there and you ain't gonna fight. You know what I'm talking about? You might as well just shut up. You know what I'm talking about? God damn. But to all my niggas that be going through that problem, man, you know what Brett gonna say, man. You know, I don't know, folks. But you always just in life, not no jail shit or nothing, nigga. Around the worldwide around this motherfucker, bro. Just in life, you always gonna have to decide how much shit you can take, how much shit you not, bro. You gonna have to decide what's more important to you. You know what I'm talking about? Because you don't have to go through shit. It's just, you know what I'm talking about? What you think the trade-off is, that shit up to you. That's why I be telling you can't let nobody else tell you some shit. You know what I'm talking about? Because you'll let somebody come up, the shit don't even bother you like that. And you'll let somebody talk you into that shit bothering you. You get what I'm saying? And then you realize that, like, the trade-off it wouldn't work the trade-off. That ain't what you really wanted. You just let somebody else talk you into it. But if you doing some time, man, and you got some time to do, bruh, I just tell you that the whole goal is to get back, folks. On my mama. The whole goal is to get back. You can't do nothing unless you get back. You get what I'm saying? Just like in life, bro, you can't really help nobody until you figure yourself out, bro, and doing good enough to even actually help somebody. I mean, you just might be one of them good-hearted motherfuckers that, you know what I'm talking about? If you got it, they got it. You know what I'm talking about? But if you ain't right, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing for nobody, bro. You could be out here and you could do something for a motherfucker as much as you want to, nigga, and then you'll look around and need some help yourself, nigga, and realize you done spread yourself just a little bit too thin. You know what I'm talking about, nigga? Be in panic mode around this motherfucker. But the whole goal is to get back, folks. So when you in jail, bro, this is just with and I don't even get no advice, but that ain't the time to be worrying about no niggas. That ain't the time to be worried about no bitch. That ain't time to be worried about no Facebook posts, no Instagram. That ain't the time to be worried about none of that shit. You know what I'm talking about? I just say focus on getting back, bro. then, you know what I'm talking about? After you put your plans in to get back, like, cause you can't do nothing until you get back anyway. You know what I'm talking about? Once you realize you starting to go in that direction, you know what I'm talking about, then you can start going over what you want to do. But get back. You know what I'm talking about? Get back. And don't override your common sense. You know what I'm talking about? When you in need, I ain't gonna even say in need, but when you in especially in that position right there, don't override your common sense. Cause they telling you how they feel about you. They showing you how they fuck with you. Don't override your common sense. You know what I'm talking about? You watching it. Don't give them excuses. You know what I'm talking about? No, that's what it is. You know what I'm talking about? If you like everybody know where you at. You feel me? And if you continuously, I know you might have to chase motherfuckers down because motherfuckers just be busy out here. I understand that too, because life don't stop. But if you continuously got to chase a motherfucker down that say they fuck with you, they might not fuck with you as much as you think. You know what I'm talking about? On some real shit. So, I don't know, man. I'll just say fuckers on getting back to everybody. You know what I'm talking about? And I hope this video reach everybody in the good spirits. Nephew says, oh man, who lady? Nephew says, oh man, who lady? What you say, bro? Oh, lady. Bro, I gotta do hella shit. I don't even feel like taking this motherfucking walk. I bullshit you not. But I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, when it, sometimes you just, I don't know. You gotta do what it takes to get to your own peace. You know what I'm talking about? You do. But when you're in them situations right there, bro, you gotta realize what's what. Decide what's important to you. I don't know. You feel me? All I can tell you is get back. But what do I know? Only you. Could prevent forest fires, man. You know what I'm talking about? And with them right there, heck, you don't remember nothing else. You know what I'm talking about? Always remember. It don't cost nothing just to show a little bit of that love.